Now on, must be. I don't say should. Should is an advice. Must is an obligation. So now I want you to, I'm not obliging you. You are the one who should oblige yourself. All right? To think before you speak. How would I think before I speak? Well, the best way to produce a conversation or a dialogue or a speech is to follow the pattern that I'm going to teach you right now. Number one, to give a main idea. Again, to give a main idea. Then, after this main idea, I have to give supporting details. So, if this is my big main idea, I have to give supporting detail 1. Then, supporting detail 2, and supporting detail 3. Plus, I have to add something to each supporting detail, which is an example. So, this should be the way you plan your thoughts, your ideas. By the way, this is one of the most effective, convincing ways all over the world. So if you're planning to convince Hind with something, and you want me to believe that teaching you at 7 o'clock is not a good idea, how would you convince me with that? Number one, you may tell me that this is prayer time, and I'm a religious person. I don't want to waste or lose my faith because of attending one of the English courses or the Ielts courses. All right? This could be a reason, and it could be a reasonable one, right? I may respect that in you. Number two, well, I come late, and I usually come from work, as Rida said, I come from work at 6:30. Then it would be really difficult for me to drive home in only 30 minutes and get prepared for the lesson without being so much exhausted. I've tried this before, and I felt like I'm totally distracted and not focusing because of the fatigue, of feeling fatigue, right? Is this a convincing reason?
Sure.
Convincing example too? So now I gave you one reason, one supporting detail, which is main idea 1, which is 7:30 isn't a suitable time. Supporting detail 1, coming from work at 6:30, right? And, oh, hello? Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Okay, what happened? Okay. All right, so, and you give me an example that you tried this before and it didn't work because you were so distracted. Number 2, it's Salah time and I don't want to waste my prayer time on doing something else. All right? You can give me another one, which is, this is usually, for example, where this is usually when my kid goes to bed, and he usually wants me to be next to her before she sleeps, okay? I'm used to do this every day, and I don't want to miss this habit of being next to her while she goes to bed, okay? So again, this is supporting detail 3, being next to my daughter. All right. So, and another example that is given. by this way. I gave you one main idea. Then I supported my main idea with supporting detail 1, example. Supporting detail 2, example. Supporting detail 3, example. Right? This would be the perfect or the most perfect technique by which you can convey your ideas, your thoughts, your even feelings, if you want to express your feelings. And it would be the easiest and the shortest way to do that. So if you follow this technique at your work, I bet that would help you much more than before. Please try to do this. And I don't know whether you're following me on my free online course that I'm giving. Who's following my YouTube channel? Anyone is following my YouTube channel? No? All right. Try to follow my page, which is Ielts Idol, on which I gave a very important example of a lady. She's an academic. She's a professor in the university. And she had a very nice gathering in which she intended to show that her husband is the worst husband on earth. Okay, so she gave 3 very, very supporting details in order to make everyone convinced that he's the worst. And this was the worst thing she did in her life. Okay, because she was damn too convincing. Even the man himself believed that he's the worst husband on earth. Because she gave 3 supporting details, 3 examples. Let me tell you this story. First, she said that, well, you don't spend much money on your family. You only spend money on your luxury and on yourself. You go buy, you go do shopping every day or every week, right? Remember when your daughter had to steal her friend's money because she needed to get some sweets at school where she didn't have any money at that time? This was number 1, that he doesn't spend money on family. He only spends money on himself, and she gave him an example. Number 2, you don't spend quality time with us at home. Even if you stay with us, you keep on being on your phone, checking your social media applications, or you're playing with your friends on the PlayStation. Then that would be the second reason. Third reason, fourth reason, and so on. But that, she really proved that he may be the worst husband on earth, right? So again, this is the best technique to be followed in order to be able to convince others. And also in order to make a very good speaking presentation. Give the main idea first. If you want to say that I love my work, okay? I'm going to give you a minute now to think about 3 supporting details and 3 ideas to this main idea. I love my work. Yalla, write down 3 supporting details and 3 main ideas. Now, okay, use your pen and paper, please. 2 minutes. مين اللي هيقول done؟
أنا done.
برافو يا حازم.
وانا كمان ده.
Excellent. Oh, ladies, poor ladies, I want to hear you. Come on, take part, please. My goodness. طيب, done. Okay, I am. Thank you very much. Zainab, are you done? Zainab? Not yet. All right. Now listen to your colleagues, and I hope they can give you some ideas. All right. Let's start by turn. Rida. يلا رضا.
And your cam is off, right?
Yeah, my cam's off.
Okay.
Sometimes I will choose to close my cam for some reasons. Mainly, I don't want to distract you. Okay?
Okay, no problem. I just want to know that if it's disconnection or it's a problem.
No, it's not a disconnection. يلا رضا.
Okay, just I want to make sure that about the question you asked me before that about why I love my work. That's right. So I have 3 reasons which make me really love my work. The first thing is that my manager is a friendly one and open-minded person who understands and supports me continuously. And the second reason which really make me feel free in my work, which is my teamwork is very cooperative and welcoming people. And the last thing, which is also a very interesting thing, is that the distance to my work, it's not very far, but near. So by that, I didn't lose any time. That's it.
Sounds interesting. But again, you forgot to mention examples. You gave me 3 supporting details, Yarida, right? These 3
Right.
supporting details were impressive, really nice. But you can talk about your manager. For example, you can say, I would never forget that I was the first one to be promoted in my job because my manager sees that I'm the most qualified employee in the company. That would be a very good example to support your idea that your manager is a very understanding person. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And again, another one, which is the distance and your colleagues. You can give examples from your own experience or from here in this example, you have to talk about your own experience. But later on, when we have different topics, you can talk about surveys and studies and, okay? Thank you very much. Rida, let me tell you something. You have a very serious problem with the subject-verb agreement lesson. It's a grammar lesson called subject-verb agreement. Because you usually miss the S, for example, in the present simple tense. So this reason make instead of makes. My manager give instead of gives. And this is very important. Okay?
Okay.
Also, there is something that I want you please to notice. I want you guys to notice. I can't say the distance, it is not very far. Again. The distance, it is not very far. What mistake is in this sentence?
I think it is. I should say the distance not very far.
أيوة bravo. Is not very far. The distance is the subject here. عارفين الفاعل والفعل والمفعول. You cannot put 2 subjects in the same sentence. ما ينفعش أقول the distance و it. لا. The distance isn't very far. And it's not, okay, distance, no problem. Okay, so the distance is not very far away from home. Okay, thank you very much, Rida. Let's move to Mazen.
I see that my work is related to the helping of people and customer service that field I'm so much interested in. So I feel myself in this job, and I think it's suitable for me, the best for me. Also, I think that job is making a big difference in my life, as it's I'm enjoying a well-paid job with a good benefits, which help me to fund my projects and to to set up my apartment, my future home. Also, I guess that this position is giving me is building my character, because I'm a leader in this job. So it's helping me how to lead a people, and to how to schedule a plane to reach the targets. So it helped me also to set up my life goals.
Okay, good reasons, good supporting details, good examples. Although, despite the fact that, again, you have the same issue with the present simple tense. You miss the letter S with the singular subjects, okay? Like it helped, it rarely happened, but again, it showed in your presentation. It helped should be, it helps, okay? And you have some sentences which are very Arabically translated, like when you said that I feel myself in this job. You can't, there's no thing like such in English. You can't say I feel myself in this job. انت عاوز تقول انا بحس بنفسي في الشغلانه دي، صح؟ But you can't, this is very Arabic translation. أو يعني واخد وضعي في الشغل, but you can't say that. You better say that, well, I feel that this is the most suitable job to my character. It matches my personal traits, my personality, and I find it interesting, right? So, ما عندنا كمان مشكلة في حاجة تانية، ما ينفعش نقول a good benefits. A means one. Benefits means many. A good benefits don't match. They don't mix. Okay? Thank you very much. Hazen.
Okay, I love my work. The first reason behind this, because in my job, we are supporting the...
Hazen, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is it
yes.
a big room that you're sitting in? Is it a big room?
Yes, it's a big room.
Does it have much furniture or little furniture?
Much furniture, but I can close some doors. Okay, can you give me a second?
Yes, because they do so. I feel like you're, you know, you're in a palace. Oh my good. My goodness. How many doors did you close now?
3.
Oh my goodness, okay. Then it's a spacious room, mashallah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it fine now? Is it better?
I believe that it's a little bit better.
Okay.
I think it's not better. It's the same.
It's not better. The same?
No.
But I will try to loud my voice, okay?
All right.
Okay, so the first thing that I love my work, because we are in an indirect way support the patients, as we provide the hospitals with our company products, and we are supporting the education of the physicians in order to treat the patients in a better way. And one day I was very happy when I see the outcomes.
1 second. Are you reading your answer? Did you
No.
You're not?
No.
Okay, great.
No.
Right. This is interesting. And you know what? It is such an excellent answer for a reason that I'm going to give you guys all after I'm done with this, which is written here. Yalla ya Hazen. Excellent. Keep it up.
Okay. And I was very happy one day when I see the outcomes of our products on some of those patients. This is the first reason behind. The second reason, I love my work because of the career aspiration, because there is no limit in our field for the career, as also one of our colleagues, he just got promoted and joined our global team in Basel in Switzerland. So I think that it's a very good career and no limit for your career if you want to join such field. The third reason behind the development of people. As a part of my job is to train and educate my colleagues. So I am supporting my colleagues in terms of education and in terms of science. So also I'm supporting them to take the next step in their career aspiration. And when I see one of my subordinates take the next step, I'm so happy because I was a part of this success. That's it.
This is impressive. Amazing performance, ya Hazen. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me give you a very, very, very good tip that I believe that if you guys applied in your speaking test, you would gain a lot of time, which is use your major. Hazim now, what is he doing? He's using his own terms. That will make his answer to the question different than anyone's answer here. Yes? And this is what happens. Being an examiner in the British Council or the IDP, we stay for hours and hours, receiving like 20 to 30 people a day. When we give them the same question, we keep on listening to the same answers over and over again. People keep on repeating the same patterns, and they don't change their answer. You rarely listen to something that is a little bit different than the given answer. What makes your answer very much different than anyone else's answer is to use your own major, your own terminology, your own words, the words that you're using in your career. So if you're a pharmacist, a doctor, an HR specialist, or a manager, an accountant, a housewife even, a teacher, each one of us has his or her own words that is related to the major that you're working in that time. Your answer would definitely be different than anyone else's answer. Hazem, excellent job. And again, this is the point that I was about to explain, which is the digression. The digression, Hazem, means that despite the fact that you're using your own terms, also, you can extend and stretch your time by using this technique. The digress technique means that you talk about a sub-important topic. So, for example, when I first had my Ielts exam, the examiner asked me, this was the question, talk about something or some item that you cannot live without, okay? And I remember that I talked about my laptop. And then I discovered and realized that I ran short of time, or my time was, I finished my presentation when I only finished 1 minute and 30 seconds. Then I realized that I have to do something. What did I do? I usually, I jumped into something else, which is the importance of technology in our lives. Well, I talked to her about using the laptop in my job, and because I'm planning, this was 5 years ago, because I'm planning to be an IELTS trainer and I'm taking this test in order to be familiar with it, and it helps me in my university education and in my school teaching and blah, 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 okay? And nowadays there is something called an e-teaching or e-learning processes on which you have to use the smart board and so on. But at that time, when I realized that time I still have so much time, I started to talk about how important technology is in our lives, all right? And I talked about the impact of technology in each one's life, and to what extent we cannot live or get rid of technology anymore because it started to be part of everyone's life. Yeah? This is the digression point. Digression means تصفر الزبون. يعني ايه تصفر الزبون؟ يعني هتاخدها تسافر معاها في رحلة وترجع بيها تاني في نفس التوبيك اللي كنت بتتكلم فيه. اوكي؟ بس يكون something which is related to the main topic. ما نسافرش موزمبيق واحنا اصلا في اوروبا. يعني نخلي الموضوع related. Alright? A topic which is in a way related to the main topic, and after you're done with it, you return back to the main topic that is given to you. All right?
And I have to do this in order to extend my paragraph, or
anyway,
what do you mean?
In order to extend your presentation. So, and you have to do this while you're planning for your answer. يعني لازم بعد ما هكتب أنا هوريكم دلوقتي a sample of how to plan for the speaking test, especially for the cue card. I will show you that the digression must be a point to be taken into consideration as a backup, as a plan B. Okay? Once you think that your presentation is not enough and you still have so much time, then at that time you have to use the digression technique. Okay? Okay.
So, do I have some grammar mistakes, Hind, or grammar mistakes?
Yes. Okay. Number one, you use the word happy, and using these low range of vocabulary is not helping you in the Ielts. So please try to avoid words like happy, sad, fat, tall, short. This is a very low band score on which it won't help you in the lexical resource, this part. Right? You need higher range of vocabulary that can enable you to get a higher score band. Number two, one of our colleagues, you did the same mistake that Reda did. One of our colleagues, no two subjects in the same sentence. Only one subject in the same sentence. Number three.
It's also Arabic translation.
Huh?
It's related to the Arabic translation also.
Yes.
The literal translation.
It's much more related to the Arabic translation. But what's my turn? My turn now is to wake you up. This is not right, and this is another thing. Ya Hazim, there is a difference between a part of and part of. لما عايز تقول جزء من, this is part of. Like in a part of, in the speaking, a part of means منفصل عن.
Okay.
So you got me?
Yes. So I have to mention I was part of.
أيوة.
Without
I wasn't a part of. لو قلت I was a part of, يعني أنا كنت منفصل عن. Like I was part of the group, this means that I was one of them. You got it?
Okay.
Let's move. We only have 10 minutes for this presentation. Now, before I move to the other guys, I just want you to bear in mind something that is very important. Again, variety of sentences. Let me explain what do I mean by variety of sentences right now, okay? And then, if we still have time, I will listen to your answers later on, all right? Yalla, bismillah. When I say compound and complex sentences...
Hind, I have a question, please.
Yalla, huh?
The digression point was not clear.
What's that? Again?
Digression point was not clear for me.
Harder. I will re-explain it just right now.
Okay.
Now, if the examiner asks you about, okay, listen to this question. What do you usually do, Amr, in your leisure time?
Again, Hind, please.
Again, what do you usually do in your leisure time? Leisure time means free time. You can simply talk about your hobbies, right?
Right.
And if one of your hobbies is to go shopping, and you have a mall which is nearby your house, next to your house, in which you enjoy going shopping or doing shopping along with your wife and your kids. You spend a lot of time there, especially because your kids enjoy their being in the fun fair, which is blah, 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 okay? Then, as a digression, you can talk about the lifestyle in Saudi Arabia, which does not allow you to have much or many types of getting out or hanging out with friends, for example. And that would be a point to discuss. Why? Because you think that you don't have, you ran out of ideas. And the time you still need to keep on talking. Then all you have to do is to talk about something that is a little bit far away from the main topic, then you come back to the main topic once more. So the main topic or the main question here was about your hobby, okay? Was it about going out and shopping in malls or the nearest mall to your house, or the amusement time or fun time that your kids have? Not at all. So why did I mention this? I just mentioned this because I want to extend and stretch my time. And in the same time, I want to show her that my language is very good. I have speaking skills. I can open topics, speak about them openly, and I can make this digression. It's easy for me. All right?
Okay.
You get it now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Any questions before I move to some other point? Okay, no questions. Ladies, if you have any questions, are you a lecturer? Okay, ده من أنت؟ حسين فهمي وكده؟ Okay. Well, I'm not a lecturer. I am a teacher in Manarat Riyadh International School. Okay. Second question. I send my answer audio to your WhatsApp. Very good. Amazing. Excellent, Yazain. And Riham, you can do the same. All right. Okay. So let's move to the compound sentences. Known as short sentences. A short sentence, when I say my name is him, she is fantastic. They are adorable. Okay. Simple sentence معناها subject يعني فاعل, verb and complement. مكملات الجملة, whatever these complements are. All right. Like when we say the book is useful. This is a short sentence. The book is my subject. Is the verb, and useful is an adjective. All right? This is a short sentence by which I have to add a period at the end of it because it's just a declarative sentence. You declare something. You give me a piece of information. All right? This is a short sentence that I have to end up using a period. All right? Number two, if I want to make a compound sentence, when you take two sentences together and you join them, making one long sentence. Okay, remember, I always remind my students with this drawing of a compound. For example, if this is a compound in which it has a lot of houses, all right? The people who live in this house are called the fanboys. So these fanboys live in a compound. And the word fanboys is an abbreviation of the compound or the joining words, the join sentences together, all right? And we call them, F stands for 4, A stands for and, N, nor, B is for but, O, or, Y, yet, and S, so. So for and nor, but, or, yet, so. For and nor, but, or, yet, and so. These are the fanboys. So instead of saying that I was late, I couldn't go to work on time. These are two sentences, two short sentences. Each one of them ends with a period here. So instead of putting a period and stopping my listener 2 times, I can just stop here. And instead of this, I use the fanboys, one of the fanboys. So I was late, I couldn't go to work on time. So which conjunction can I use? I was late. It's so, very good. Comma, so. And why did I put this comma before? Because before all the fanboys, you have to put a comma. All right? And another note, you cannot start a sentence with a fanboy. And these fanboys are called coordinate conjunctions. Coordinate conjunctions. All right. So coordinate conjunctions. All right? So if there is one reason or cause and the other is an effect, you can use so. If you have two different ideas, you can use but or. So for example, I keep on giving my daughter some instructions to clean up her room, yet she's never doing it. Okay? Or but she never does it. All right? So this means that 2 different ideas or an unexpected sentence that comes after another sentence. So yet or but. And the same for example, or here gives me the choice. So you either come with me to the supermarket or you stay at home. 1 minute is left for this session, okay? After this, I'm gonna give you another 5 minutes. We'll meet for only 5 minutes in order to finish this lesson, please, okay? More 5 minutes. So it's easy now to determine what